I'd say teaching biases is possibly the first thing that we need to do when we're thinking about educating our teens and young people. Teaching biases starts off with telling them that people will always have an opinion and a preference. Doesn't matter where you read or learn about information, someone always has an angle. We often, when we start off teaching about sources of information, we look for newspapers, book, TV, because they have been vetted, editorialized, and all of those things that allow us to have some trust in them. It is true to some extent. The facts in themselves have to be true, but the way they're portrayed usually have a slant, and we call that bias. First of all, just understanding that is really important, and then teaching how to recognize it. Perhaps sit down with a news article and you could choose either side of the political spectrum. For example, read an article and say, okay, this person has a leaning towards X way, and we can tell that through the use of their emotive language. Now, that doesn't mean they're wrong. It doesn't mean that their points are not factual, but we have to understand that they are choosing certain facts or perhaps portraying it in a certain way to get us to believe whatever they believe. But we have to understand what their goal and intention is. They have a particular bias. And just by keeping that in mind, that can play a huge, huge part in order to ensure that our children are not as impressionable.